Well, I guess, I don't know. Um, we should probably do a video, right? I mean, you guys are probably waiting for it. I don't know. Do you feel like, I don't know. I think I feel like, um, hi, you guys. Um, if you're new here, if you're just dropping in for the first time, I'm really sorry. This channel really isn't that interesting. I mean, it's just me, you know. But for the rest of you, well, okay, if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for whatever. But anyway, so I hope you stick around. Now, the rest of you, the Mad Pack, as per usual, I've got too much. I've got this video is either going to be an hour long or this will be 3 videos. I don't know. But it's like I've got so much stuff I want to show you guys because most of you know crazy stuff happens all the time. Well, anyway, hey, how about a short intro? How about that? All right, let's go. Okay, so welcome back. I turned the lights off because I have something to show you. Um, I'm a little bit sad about it, but I guess I'm okay. But I've advanced to stage 3, you guys. Um, I don't know. I just felt like well what happened was um, Lumpy and I we did her annual review, and because she was underperforming, I demoted her to over there. So, and you guys know everything is automated in here, right? So, so I turned Lumpy on. But yeah, you guys, yeah, I bought another lava lamp. I couldn't help myself. Couple of cocktails, and you never know what's going to happen. I'm just saying, just avoid going on Amazon. I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So uh, and yes, I'm downsizing. I'm rid of stuff to go in my, so I can go full time on the road in my trailer, right? But I thought, I don't know. Um, I can always, donate her to one of you guys if you want her when it's time for me to go. And these two don't have names yet because you guys haven't left comments. But let me turn the rest of the lights back on. So, I'm just saying, it was a little bit impulsive, but I don't know. I kind of like them. So, yeah, L's from the previous, I don't know, a couple, 3 or 4 videos ago. Excessive lava lamp syndrome. So I'm stage 3 now, you guys. Oh boy. If you're new here, hang on. It'll get better, I promise. Okay, so this is really not that interesting. But remember a while back we were talking about, my homemade sauerkraut? Well, what's wrong with this picture other than the expensive lid that I figured out I really don't need? This special burping lid on the top, they were a little bit expensive, but homemade sauerkraut. So, what's wrong with this? Yeah, quart jar. What's wrong with quart jars? They're heavy. This can't come in my camper with me. I got to save the weight, I might bring a lava lamp. I don't know. If nobody wants these, then I'll end up taking them. But, right? I'm really concerned about the weight in my trailer, which is why I'm building my new kitchen countertop out of this. 2-inch rigid insulation. Wow, I did that pretty good, huh? Um, I told you guys about that before. Big 10-foot, 2-inch rigid insulation, and I'm going to pour resin on top. Well, paint it black first and then do some really cool. We talked about that. But anyway, so weight, right? Yeah, I can't have a quart jar. So I'm going to prove how dumb I am, you guys. I'm not the sharpest tool on the tree or the brightest bulb in the shed. See what I did there? So I'm thinking, okay, in my trailer, yeah, I'll make sauerkraut in these containers. I ordered them on Amazon. They were expensive. I think I bought like a set of 12 of these, for flour and, baking soda or whatever and sauerkraut. These plastic BPA free, I'm not sure what BPA stands for, bipolar association, or I don't know. But yeah, these were like $3 a piece for these jars. Duh. Hello. So how dumb am I, you guys? So I buy the peanut butter, scoop the peanut butter and throw it away, because I get a free jar, right? But yeah, so I've got more sauerkraut going now using purple cabbage. If you haven't done it yet, oh my gosh, OMG. It's the best thing ever, because a couple videos ago we were talking about Reubens. A couple of you were leaving comments. Geez, Jim, thanks a lot. Now I really want a Reuben. Thanks for your comments. So another thing, and then I'll get some of the stuff off my desk because it's kind of unwieldy. I'm going to knock something over. So I told you guys a while back, beef, a beef chuck roast. I don't know, like $7 a pound now or something. It's expensive. So I did that, did my corned beef in a Ziploc bag and I let it sit in the fridge for like 10 days. Turned out awesome. So then I'm thinking, well, yeah, I only saved like $5 a pound by doing it that way when I could just buy corned beef. Well, then I'm thinking, okay, the pork loin, remember the pork loin that I bought? $2 something a pound, because I try to be thrifty and frugal. So I split the pork loin in half, and I did pulled pork in my pressure cooker. That turned out awesome. Then I took the other part, stuck it in the fridge, and here's my mistake. I used the same brine that I did for the beef. Okay, so let me interrupt. By the way, if you're new here, I tell these long, goofy stories. I'm doing editing now. I had to jump in here. I tell these long, goofy stories, just to weed out the new people, because I'm trying to keep my channel small. I have enough subscribers, but if you want to, if you really want to, then whatever. So I'm glad you're still here. All right, let's keep going. I should have left it longer. I only left it for, I don't know, 3 or 4 days or something like that. But corned pork, you guys. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was, I don't know. I don't know. I saved a bunch of money. So, but I put this on, toasted bread and the pork and then sauerkraut and Swiss cheese and I don't know. I don't have a refined palate. I'm not a wine drinker. you know, it's like, oh well, it's got notes of chocolate and the persimmon and lavender. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was a beer drinker until I got diabetes, so I can't have beer anymore. And so we're gonna go into the next segment without any kind of a title or anything. Because I used to brew my own beer, complicated. I loved it. It's those of you that have been around for a while, you know me, right?
Science!
It is. Brewing your own beer, there is a ton of science in that. It's a lengthy process. Well, so you guys, I'm downstairs again, and it's like, oh, geez. I I have to get rid of these now. Who knows what these are called? What's it called? It's called a carboy. I don't know why. Why is it called a carboy? But yeah, that's what you ferment your beer in. And there's a special airlock you put on top so the beer can fart. That's what fermenting does. Everything you ferment farts, right? I'm just saying. Wait, wait. If you're new here, I have toys. The whole goal of my channel is to make you giggle. All right. So if you're not giggling, I'm a little bit. So I've got 4 of those, you guys. A couple of them are plastic, but do I recycle them? Put them in recycling or garbage? I don't know. Do they recycle these big things? 5-gallon, I don't know. And what really broke my heart, yeah, my garbage was full last week because that's the goal, right? I threw away 4 cases, 24 bottles per case, empty beer bottles. The brown, beer bottle is, brown, international. You know what I'm going to say, right? Those of you that have been around for a while, international symbol, sign language for brown beer bottle. I threw away 4 cases of empty beer bottles. Yes, I could have put it on Craigslist or something, or just, marked it free, drug a 6-foot folding table, sign language for folding, you know what I mean? Those plastic, put it on the front lawn, mark it free. But then it's like, that's a hassle. Okay, yeah, I want your beer bottles. I'll be over at 4. It's like 5:45. It's like, is he going to show up or not? I don't know, you guys. When I'm getting rid of stuff, yes, I could sell it, but do I want to be waiting around here for random people to show up? And, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Am I wrong? Would that kind of give you guys the creeps, having strangers show up and, well, you said $20. Will you take 15? It's like, oh, for Pete's sake, is a personal check okay? No, I want cash, and then it's like, you still have to make sure it's not counterfeit or something. I don't know, you guys. That's something I really struggle with downsizing. Should I drag it to Goodwill, go through all that hassle, load it in my truck, and then I get to Goodwill and they're like, seriously, beer bottles? No, we can't. No, we're not going to sell beer bottles. And then I'm like, well, I might as well have just thrown it away anyway. So I struggle with that, you guys. I'm being serious. Like just throwing stuff away instead of donating or selling it. It's like taking pictures of all this stuff and posting it online, and you might make $10. I don't know. But you guys, this is going in the garbage this week. This is just what's left over. This is like the top of one. I don't know. You guys, I threw away 5 Christmas trees. When I moved here, I brought my own. Well, it was like 7 feet tall, big Christmas tree, big heavy thing. Well, the previous owners left 4 of their Christmas trees here. Did I tell you guys that story? I think so, but that deserves its own video. When I closed on this house and I came over here, when you close on your house, it's supposed to be empty and you're supposed to move in, right? Well, no, they were still living here. All the furniture and all their stuff was still in here. So I'm like, I own the house now, you guys, and it was kind of a sad thing. It deserves its own video, but the previous owners, this was a pre-foreclosure, and so I got a really good deal on this house, but they were, how can I say it? They were low IQ or something, pre-alzheimers or something. Janny, the gal that owned the house, and her boyfriend that's worthless. But I'm like, Janny, I bought your house. Have you guys found a place to live yet? And she's like, oh, well, no, should we do that? I'm like, well, yeah, we need to find you guys a place to live because I need to move my stuff in. It was a debacle, you guys. Think about it. When you buy a house and you go to move in and there's people living there, what do? Well, I talked to the realtor and he's like, well, technically, legally, you own everything in your house. I'm like, well, no, I can't do that. So me and her worthless boyfriend moved all of their stuff into my garage temporarily until me and my girlfriend at the time, well, my girlfriend did most of the work. She managed to find, an apartment for them and just temporary housing kind of a thing. So it was crazy, you guys. But yeah, we moved all of their stuff out of here, and moved all my crazy stuff in. But that was just a weird, just a weird thing, you guys. And I feel bad, we did finally end up finding them an apartment, and we rented a U-Haul to get their stuff from my garage to their apartment. And I just felt really bad. And then I had to buy a big locking mailbox because Janny would come over here and get her mail. Well, it was my mail. She was stealing my mail, so I had to get this locking thing. So it's like, I don't know. It deserves its own video, but I just kind of told you the story. But yeah, I could not, make those guys homeless. I don't know. What do you do? I mean, what do you do if someone's living in your house? Think about it. So anyway, sorry to interrupt. Let's keep going. I don't know. You're coming with me. I don't know. Either that or I'll give it away to one of you guys. So Lori won the cozy donut, so I shipped that off, and she's like, I love it. I love it. And by the way, you guys, Lori, one of our precious Mad Pack, no segue again. This might be a one take video, but Lori texted me and she's like, yeah, one of my cats passed away. So has anyone had a pet pass away? It's really hard, right? As grown adults, and they say when someone shares something really hard that they're going through, excuse me, not the worst thing you can do, but something you probably shouldn't do is, oh, your uncle passed away. Well, you know what? My uncle was only 20 and he got caught in a piece of farm equipment and he got ground up into pieces. And, don't tell your own story, right? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's really hard. So but what I found myself doing though, Lori, I'm sorry, I texted back and I said, I used to, you guys, I haven't told you this story yet, but I used to have ferrets. Lori, I hope you're giggling because I want to try to, I know you're really bummed out, but I just want to bring you a smile. But you guys, ferrets are the funniest. They are on the planet to make us laugh, right? I had ferrets. I had like 5 or 6 of them, not at the same time because they're stinky, right? No, I had maybe 2 at a time or whatever, but I love ferrets and dogs. But seriously, I was texting Lori and I said, you know what? As a grown man, and this was back when I was in college or whatever, and I had a ferret die in my arms. She took her last breath. I don't know, she ate something or got into something and she got sick like really fast and she was gone. It tore me up. Am I wrong? Anybody lost a pet? It's really, oh, it's like losing a child. Well, not quite, but it's almost, you treat your pets like kids, right? I mean, that's how, yeah, but and she was just, it's hard to explain, because I don't know, I doubt, has anybody had a ferret as a pet? Leave a comment. I would be really curious. They are hilarious. Their personality is, but anyway, when she died, I was bawling like a 5-year-old. You think, we're men, but do you know what I mean, you guys? Lori, it's really hard. It's okay to bawl your eyes out. It's part of grieving. It's part of the healing process, right? So, yeah, sorry, Lori, but thanks for sharing that. Um, so, what's next? You don't know, but I kind of have an idea. So let's do that. Okay. Sorry, Lori. I'll try to cheer you up. All right. Let's keep going. Okay, so we're 24 minutes in, we're almost to a half an hour, and we have scratched the tip of my video iceberg. These guys are happy. So, Lori, I can do this. So, there you go. Can you do that? Well, okay. So, but you guys, I have a bunch more stuff, but a bunch of you left comments. I told you about my 66 Impala, right? That I loved. But I told you I put an 8-track tape player in there with Boston and ELO, and a bunch of you left comments. We don't believe you. Prove you had an 8-track in there. Well, I'm downsizing, going through photos. There's the interior of my 66 Impala. Notice the 8-track tape player to the lower right down there? Well, there you go. So, and if you're new here and you're still here, why? I'm just saying. Did I tell you guys the story about I bought that 66 Impala from my grandparents that lived on a farm, and it's all gravel roads, So what happens when you drive your car on Sundays on a gravel road? Well, yeah, all the dust and dirt and all that stuff gets up into the frame. International Sign Language for dirt in the frame of your 66 Impala. So, no, it gets wet and it stays wet. It doesn't dry out. So the frame rusts. And then when you sell your car to your grandson for $300, yes, I bought that car, my 66 Impala, for $300. If I had that car back now, make it a lowrider, with the hydraulics and stuff, you know what I mean? Right? Well, so I was on a date, long story, but we were coming back from a movie or something, and I was turning onto White Bear Avenue. If you're from St. Paul, you know what White Bear Avenue is. And there's a cement median going down the middle of it. Well, I clipped that with my back left tire, and my date and I'm dropping her off at her house, and I heard this, and I'm like, oh, geez, oh boy, oh no, oh boy, oh geez. So we pull over, and yeah, the frame is broken. A swing arm or something broke off. So I limped, brought her back home. I went to my house. Dad, because Dad fixes everything, right? He's like, yeah, I can fix that. So, and I've showed you pictures of my dad before, right? Man's man, like, with the abs, and, he was fishing, and, awesome guy, draftsman, mechanical engineer. That's on my list. I was going to show you other stuff about that, but we're not going to have time. So anyway, so here's Dad's legs underneath my 66 Impala, fixing the frame. So yeah, he's got those great big legs, he's like, he was working out, like oh boy, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm not sorry, but step into my shoes for a second. As a big time YouTube creator, it's frustrating. I wanted to talk about my 76 Impala, which was gorgeous, 400 small block. I've got a story about that. Dragging my girlfriend's Toyota back to St. Paul from Mankato and fried my transmission, but we don't have time. And yes, because I went through pancreatic cancer and all that stuff, yeah, my healthcare savings account, because I work for local county government, I'm lucky to have this. When I go on the road full time, I'm concerned about, what happens if, it comes back. And just an update in case you guys were wondering. Yeah, my last CT scan picked up on a little thing. So we've got a biopsy and a ultrasound, for Wednesday coming up next week. So I'll let you guys know. I'm not worried about it. I'm assuming it's malignant. I'm just saying. Both Dr. Shanks and I think it's probably malignant, but 4 rounds of chemo and then surgery, and then, please don't worry about it, you guys. Some of you have way worse things going on. I'm just being serious, right? So my thing, I'm not that worried about it. It's nothing I haven't been through before. I mean, this is just a little thing compared to, last year or whatever. So those of you that are struggling and suffering, we are with you, and feel free to leave a comment and let us know how you're doing. Okay. And it's frustrating, you guys, because I'll probably do another video tomorrow. I don't know. But I want to talk about all the stuff you guys left on the community tab. Some really fun stuff I want to talk about. And, some of you are suffering. So I get it. And I encourage you guys to go out there and, take a look at what's going on with your fellow Mad Packers, and provide some encouragement or respond to each other. Oh, that Kristen, your dad's motorcycle is really cool, stuff like that. And you guys have left some really fun things. So thank you. And if you haven't left something fun, shame on you. There's got to be, all of you have a story to tell, right? Well, bring it. Come at me, bro. Right? So, so anyway, this was wacky. To be honest, you guys, when I sit down here, 9 times out of 10, I don't know. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're. So, thank you. What else? Yeah, if you're new here and if you stuck around, like, wow, geez. So, hope you guys are having a good day, and yeah, hope you giggled, because that's the goal, right? So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How about that? I'm gonna go for a walk around the Billabong, between the next video. I don't know, but so. Have a good day, you guys, and I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.
Science!